Hey there, I'm the Practical CFO, and welcome back to the Profit Architecture series. So far, we've built the foundation, exposed revenue obsession, and mastered value-based pricing. Pricing determines what flows in, but today, in part 4, we're talking about what determines what you actually keep. It's called cost architecture. Lean cost, strong margin that maximizes your margins without sacrificing quality or growth. Because here's the brutal truth. Most businesses have 20 to 30% of their expenses that could be eliminated tomorrow without affecting a single dollar of revenue. Here's how costs destroy profit. Slowly, quietly, one small expense at a time. I call this cost creep, and it's killing your margin. Month 1, you start lean. Every expense is justified. Your margins are healthy. Month 3, you add a few software subscriptions. We need these tools to grow. Month 6, you hire a couple people. Upgrade the office. We're growing. We need this. Month 9, marketing costs expand. More services, more vendors. This is what successful businesses do. Month 12, your expense structure has doubled, but your revenue may be up 20%. Your margins just got crushed, and you didn't even notice it happening. Here's where cost creep hides. Software subscriptions. Average business has 7 to 12 subscriptions, uses 3 to 4 actively. Staffing. 30% of employee time spent on low-value activities that could be eliminated or automated. Marketing. 40 to 60% of marketing spend generates minimal to zero ROI, but continues because we've always done it. Office and overhead. Expenses that made sense 2 years ago but haven't been questioned since. Real CFOs don't cut costs randomly. They architect cost structures strategically. Here's the framework we use. Every expense in your business falls into one of 4 categories. High ROI expenses that drive growth and profit. Sales team compensation tied to marketing with proven ROI. Technology that automates manual work. High impact professional development. These are the areas we need to protect. Let's consider increasing investment here. Let's look at quadrant 2, essential operations. These are the necessary expenses that keep our business running, but they don't directly generate revenue. Let's look at some examples. Accounting and bookkeeping, insurance and legal compliance, core technology infrastructure, minimum viable office. Quadrant 3, low impact spending. Expenses that seem important but deliver minimal value. Things that feel productive but don't move the needle. Networking events that never generate business. Brand room tools when basic would work fine. Consultants who deliver reports but no results. And here we see the most critical area, pure waste. These expenses deliver zero value and nobody remembers why they exist. Look at your software subscriptions. Many are on services that made sense once but don't anymore, duplicate tools, or just-in-case inventory. Red light, eliminate immediately. Decision, kill these immediately. Today, no hesitation. The goal of cost architecture, maximize quadrant 1, optimize quadrant 2, minimize quadrant 3, eliminate quadrant 4. The cost audit process is a systematic review of cost records and accounts. Its goal is to verify the accuracy of financial information. Here's how to audit and optimize your cost structure. Step: pull every transaction from your accounting system. Every single one. Sort by dollar amount, largest to smallest. You'll be shocked at where your money is actually going. Step 2, categorize each expense by quadrant. Go line by line, assign each expense to a quadrant. Be brutally honest. If you can't immediately justify an expense as strategic or essential, it's probably quadrant 3 or 4. Step 3, calculate your waste percentage. Add up quadrant 3 and quadrant 4 expenses, divide by total expenses. If you're spending $500,000 annually, that's $100,000 to $175,000 in pure profit sitting there. Step 4, immediate eliminations. Cancel every quadrant 4 expense today, right now. Software nobody uses, cancel. Vendor relationship with no ROI, end it. Service you forgot you had, cancel immediately. This should recover 5 to 15% of your expenses within 24 hours. Step 5, strategic restructuring. For quadrant 3, don't just cut, restructure strategically. Strategy A, downgrade to cheaper alternatives. Strategy B, renegotiate terms for discounts. And strategy C, optimize resource allocation. This typically recovers another 10 to 20%. Combined, you've just recovered 15 to 35% of your expenses as pure profit. Beyond the audit, here are the 5 principles of sustainable cost architecture. Principle 1. Every dollar must have a job. No expense exists just because. Every dollar must serve strategic revenue generation or essential operations. Principle 2. Optimize revenue per employee. Target $200,000 or more for healthy businesses. Low revenue per employee indicates inefficiency. Below chronically overstaffed, this metric measures true operational leverage. Principle 3. Automate before you hire. Before adding headcount, ask, can technology do this for 10% of the cost? A $50 per month software subscription beats a $50,000 annual employee every time. Principle 4, zero-based expense review quarterly. Every quarter, review every expense as if you're starting from zero. If this expense didn't exist, would we create it today? If the answer is no, eliminate it. Principle 5. It's better to grow 20% with healthy margins than 50% with destroyed margins. 1 million at 30% margin makes more profit than 2 million at 5% margin. Revenue growth means nothing if cost inflation kills your profit. Here's what you need to understand. Pricing determines what comes in. Cost architecture determines what stays.
You can have the best pricing in the world, but if your cost structure is bloated, you'll never build wealth.
Your action step this week: export your last 90 days of expenses, categorize them into the 4 quadrants, and calculate your waste percentage. Most businesses shocked by what they find. I guarantee you'll be shocked at what you discover. In part 5, we're diving into the profit allocation framework, how to capture profit, protect it systematically, and allocate it to build real wealth. Because here's the reality: you can optimize pricing and cut costs perfectly, but if you don't have a system to capture and protect profit, it will still disappear. Subscribe and hit notifications. We're more than halfway through, and part of 5 shows you how to protect everything we built in parts 1 to 4. Drop a comment. What percentage of your expenses do you think is waste? Guess now, then do the audit. Report back with the truth. This is the Practical CFO, helping you build wealth the smart way.